Guys, we have ourselves an XL1200 gas pack. If you remember a couple of years ago, I diagnosed this heat exchanger has failed. Well, it still failed. They haven't used the heat in 2 years, actually. But it's not working in air conditioning now, so I had to check it out. Good, the bad, and ugly, right? The breaker is turned back on. We have no low voltage. I'm going to check the high voltage again. We also have no high voltage going from ground to either one of these terminals on the contactor. Well guys, there was no power at our panel over here at all. I took the breaker out. Not too good. We'll see what's going on. What I'm going to do next is take the wiring off for the compressor and test it again, just the wiring for the compressor. If it shows bad again, I'll go all the way to the compressor because it's a little bit of a pain to get down in there. So I'm going to try it here first to see if I need to chase it down any farther. If it's good, I'll go to a different part of the system and check it next. On these single phase compressors, you're looking for 3 wires. Usually it's going to be your start wire, common, and run. Now our common and run comes off the contactor, which they do a lot of the times. Sometimes they'll come off the capacitor. The start wire comes off the capacitor here on the HERM terminal. Sometimes our run will be on the common terminal of the capacitor. Sometimes it'll be on the contactor itself. In this case, both of them are on the contactor. You can see the little fittings they use. They use these screws too. It's not a lug type contactor. It has the screws in it, which I like the lugs, but that's just me. It's just easier to use. So I'm going to hook this up and test it, see what we got. We have it hooked to the start winding wire. We are good. So unless there's open windings, we should be good throughout. When the windings open, typically it's between start and common, and running common, you'll have infinite ohms. So I'm going to check the common. It's good. So compressor's fine. Guys, I went through the system pretty thoroughly. I checked all the different components, and still it was a little bit elusive on where the problem lied. Of course, we have all these wires dangling in the cabinet over here, so it's a little bit of a train wreck. It's been used. So I was putting the wires back on the contactor, testing it each step of the way, see how it would go, and then all of a sudden it rang off as bad. So I traced that wire back, and it was coming from the start kit. Now I've had a few start kits over the years go bad and ground out. So we're going to assemble everything back. It's been disconnected. And see how we do. I'm going to put the compressor back together. God forbid I'm going to climb down there somehow. And finish assembling all the wires, and we'll test it again. Then we'll go see if we can find the breaker to turn this piece of junk back on. Okay guys, we have our new hard start in there, potential relay. I'm about to try to locate the breaker for this unit so I can turn it on and see if this piece of shite will run. Guys, we now have power to the machine. I found the breaker. Here's our service is right in there, so it's kind of walked right by it the first time. We do have 125 volts to each side of the contactor to ground. So we have no indicator light on the furnace control board. So we're going to see if we have low voltage. We have our lead set up between common and the red. Because our common does go to ground, we have 0 volts. So it looks like our transformer was toasted during the homeowner repair process. See if we got another one. I think I do. Okay guys, I took the old transformer out. I have Optimus Prime in here now, complete with a built-in circuit breaker. It's kind of messy right now, but I'm not going to tidy it up till it works. Because that'd be a waste of time if it doesn't. All of our new parts in there. All of our dangling wires. Also, not going to tidy those up until I'm done either. Living on the edge, I guess. Well, looky there. A light's blinking. Let's turn this old fart on and see what she does. In the end here, we had to replace the start kit. We replaced the transformer. The unit came on. It actually ran. The pressures seemed pretty good for the year of the unit. We didn't dive too far into it because it's a piece of shit, and no need to dive too far into it. As you see, we have the Z manifold on this one. New transformer. A nice big transformer for them with a circuit breaker in it. Wanted to make sure, one, you want to have it fused or have a circuit breaker, and 2, you want it to be big enough to support the load. This one will definitely meet both those requirements. So everything is working. When winter rolls around, hopefully they're going to change it out or be without heat again for one more winter. But either way, I'll be here to help and fix it through the rest of its life. Thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next one. We're going to play a fun game called Get in Front of the Pain in the Ass Compressor Terminals. Thank you, Trane. A lot of engineers there. I guess not quite enough. Let's dive down.
Yeah. Oh, I don't care. Just walk away, baby. I won't be there. I will be sleeping, baby. I don't care. I'll